News 25 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-990 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, 2 people are transported from a high-impact crash, and CASA is holding their annual luau. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Traffic is diverted around an injury crash. It's Thursday, September 19th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Well, this just in late this afternoon, Highway 95 is closed at mile marker 6 in Nye County for a vehicle accident with injuries. It's unknown right now how long that roadway will be closed. However, Mercy Air has just departed from the scene. Well, a well-known school district employee was injured in a crash today on West Street, along with the driver of the other car. Both individuals were entrapped. 2 people have been injured the result of a 2-vehicle crash at West and 4th Street. Both patients had to be extricated from the vehicles and were transported by ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital. Mercy Air was unavailable at the time requested to respond to the scene. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, as well as Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies and auxiliary units responded to the crash site. Both vehicles sustained major damage. One vehicle had a secondary collision with a fence and a boat after the initial impact with a green compact car. Witnesses state that the green vehicle ran the stop sign and struck the other car that was traveling down the roadway. It's unknown if the driver was intoxicated at the time of the crash. There was alcohol found inside the car. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies are investigating. News 25 has learned that the person inside the Lincoln SUV was Nye County School District Secretary Janelle Veloz. Nye County School District Superintendent Dale Norton was on scene shortly after the crash. He says that Ms. Veloz was transported to the hospital and that she recently had back surgery. We spoke to witness Tim Webb on site.
I was coming out of Acme over here, waiting to turn north. And she was coming north up, so I was waiting for her. And as she got to the intersection, he comes east up 4th Street and T-bones her. I mean, basically, yeah, he looked a little fat. Yeah. You know, so, and you know, he basically ran the stop sign and just T-boned her.
You called 911?
Yeah, I was the one that called 911. What's that, ma'am?
Did you seem intoxicated?
No, nobody was intoxicated. Yeah, I see that, but he didn't smell of it or anything like that. He wasn't really slurring. He was confused, but he did have, I would say, a good severe head injury from what I could tell. We didn't want him to move because his back was sore. He had a head injury. He was a little confused from the head injury, and his leg was pinned. And you know, you move, you could injure yourself more. So I wanted to be there for him. I'd already checked on her. She was okay, other than she was trapped. She just couldn't get the doors open. Right. And so I left her for a little bit until we got somebody down on him.
Well, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue crews quickly extinguished a fire this afternoon before it extended to a home. Emergency crews responded to a home on Jacob Street in Comstock Park for a grounds cover fire this afternoon. Fire crews found the fire in close proximity to a manufactured home. They were able to extinguish the blaze with no further extensions. How the fire started is under the investigation of the Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue Service. Well, an intoxicated individual was arrested after allegedly choking his girlfriend and fighting with police, according to a recent report. Brad Selbach has been arrested. On September 2, 2019, deputies were dispatched to Saddleback in Amargosa in reference to a possible domestic violence call. Upon arrival, they made contact with Brad Selbach and his wife, who were allegedly in some type of domestic disturbance. The female told police that Brad was acting crazy and that he had been drinking all day, so bad that his brother had left the home. A search of the house was conducted, and they were unable to locate Selbach. They found him a short time later hiding behind a large bush in the backyard. Police say that when speaking to Selbach, he demonstrated signs and symptoms of being under the influence of alcohol. His wife told police that Brad had put his hands on her and that he had held her down to the floor. She further stated to police, according to the report, that he had put his hand over her mouth so that she could not breathe and tried to choke her with his arm. Officers say that they found physical signs and symptoms consistent with the female's report. They say that Brad admitted that he had pushed his wife, and during the time where they were attempting to take him into custody, they say that he resisted and pulled his hands away, then swung at the officer, hitting him in the head and knocking his hat to the ground. A taser was deployed, which they say had little effect on Selbach. At that time, they discharged a second set. They say Selbach came to rest on the ground on his back, and then he began fighting with officers while they were trying to secure him. Selbach was then transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center and is facing charges of domestic battery with strangulation, battery on a protected person, and resisting a public officer. This is the same individual that was arrested in January of this year for battery and assault on a Valley Electric Association security officer. More news right after this.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Pahrump Cardiology, located at 1397 South Loop Road in Pahrump, Nevada. Call 775-210-8333 for an appointment. Dr. Tali Eric, proudly serving Pahrump since 2005.
Welcome back. Well, during Tuesday's Board of County Commissioners meeting, officials talked about this weekend's preparations for the festivals connected to the Storm Area 51 Facebook page event. 2 festivals have been approved in Lincoln County, and one event is being held on private property in Beatty.
At the most recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, during Commissioners and Managers' comments, Scott Lewis came to speak about their preparations for the upcoming Area 51 events. He says that we are in a state of preparedness and says that the county fire and EMS resources are ready to respond in our local jurisdictions and have broken the county down into geographical divisions.
We've identified communication issues, medical plans, and those divisions are appropriately covered. Air operations are organized. The EOC ICP is open and operating as of tomorrow, and our main objective is a seamless operation without interruption in our individual and respective communities. Arnold has been working diligently as our PIO.
Scott Lewis also would like to introduce the team who has come down to help us.
They won't necessarily be in order there. Our Deputy IC is Yuri Graves. Our Planning Section Chief is Paul Burke. Paul Burke has been assigned to us almost since the beginning and has been instrumental in getting this organized and getting these resources volunteered to us. Logistics Section Chief is Darren Berry. Our Safety Officer is Annette Kerr. Our Liaison Officer is Kendall Herzer. Our DMOB is Marianne Laffoon. Our Recovery is Suze Coyote. Our Financial Section Chief is our very own Savannah Rucker. And Tim Sutton and Chairman Koenig will be instrumental in the EOC and ICP over the next several days. Our objective is to ramp up as necessary, and if we find that the incident is not unfolding as we anticipate, then we will start going into a demobilization, which is shedding the resources as timely as possible and getting back to our norm.
Scott Lewis makes a comment about the team, stating that they represent different organizations throughout the state and that there's even one from California.
The EOC has been set up this morning. Our incident action plan has been developed. We suspect that there will be changes in the incident action plan as the incident unfolds or shrinks in size. But we're prepared for all those things. And I really need to thank all of our volunteer responders throughout the county who have stepped up to the plate to make sure the ambulances, the fire trucks, the hazmat units are all ready to go and that they're ready to respond 24 hours a day. That's really where a huge thanks goes.
Everyone begins to point out good things to come out of this upcoming event.
It's given us the opportunity to meet some new folks and learn how to get along with some of the other agencies that we sort of deal with every day, but don't really deal with them. So
If nothing else, this is probably one of the largest state endeavors protecting such a large geographical area. It is truly amazing how the resources have come together, covering three very distinct areas, the NNSS, Lincoln County, and Nye County. It is really amazing.
It also strengthened the communications, the technology for communications, if I understand correctly.
It really did. It identified the gaps in those communications, and we didn't realize how fortunate we are in Nye County to have IT and to have those resources and those repeater sites built into our system. When compared to what Lincoln County was facing, we are light years ahead. So it's a matter of just refining and retoning those different communication gaps and identifying and then sharing them with those other parties that will have to utilize them, whether they jump in from mutual aid or as part of these groups.
Might not be green men, but it is silver linings.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We do want to let the public know that we had a complete briefing by Sheriff Worley this morning. So we had more information, and we've been receiving information, and your community is being looked after. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Commissioners, for your support, and we look forward to seeing you stopping by the EOC.
Thank you.
And General Motors hands out some pink slips to Canadian employees. That and more in today's financial news.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, the Federal Reserve cut rates for the second time this year. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell tells reporters the central bank is not forecasting further rate cuts, but will if necessary. The Fed expects the economy to grow 2.2% this year, unemployment at 3.7%, and inflation at 1.5%. The Fed's move Wednesday places the benchmark rate around a range of 1.75% to 2%, which influences consumer and business loans. Temporary layoffs are happening to about 1,200 workers at a GM plant in Canada. According to CNBC, the auto workers' strike in the U.S. is blamed for slowing down production. FedEx admits Amazon is a competitor. CEO Fred Smith says Amazon is something FedEx considers every day. FedEx shares tumbled Wednesday along with UPS.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks so much, Angela. More with News 25 when we return.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Well, Kathy McKenna invites everyone to a fun and exciting luau happening this weekend at Lakeside.
It's September 21st. It's on a Saturday. We have hula dancers coming, Tahitian dancers. We've got fire dancers coming, which we're really excited about. There'll be drummers there. We're going to do our normal silent auction and our live auction. On our live auction this year, we have a one-week Cabo San Lucas vacation that we will be auctioning off. We'll have our pick a prize and our raffles. So it's at 6 o'clock on Saturday, and you'll want to get there on time because that's when the entertainment will start, about 6:30. And then once we get through the entertainment, we will have our dinner. And the dinner is a traditional Hawaiian luau. We are having it at the Lakeside RV. Wow. And out by the lake, and so it should be a perfect area for the entertainment. And we're really excited to have everyone come out. The luau tickets, just so you know, also is $60 a piece. It's a huge fundraiser for CASA. We do 3 fundraisers a year, and this is one of our large ones. And this is what helps us to get money in to be able to train our volunteers to be advocates, to be the voice of children, foster children, in the court system. So it's very important money. We always take donations. We have some very generous people here in the community that'll donate not only once a year, but sometimes they'll do a monthly donation to us, which is so greatly appreciated. Give us a call at 775-505-CASA, which is 2272, or you can stop by the office. We're at 1321 South Highway 160. We're in Suite 9A. But either way, or they can shoot an email to us at info@ptcasanv.org. You can look on our website, which is ptcasanv.org, and that's where you can see about the upcoming luau and all of our events, including our application for volunteering. So it's kind of a one-stop shop if you're interested in helping out at CASA, whether it's volunteering or coming to the luau.
Well, that's going to be lots of fun. And so is this. Ski Senski is conducting the auction of excess vehicles that the county has decided to sell this Saturday.
Okay, we're here at the Calvet Eye. This would be the location for the next county vehicle auction. As you can see, we have roughly 45, 46 vehicles. The vehicles range from Crown Vics to ambulances to a fire truck. A lot of nice little Ranger pickup trucks. Once again, it's about 46 vehicles in total. We, after the last big auction, we had a meeting with the county folks, and we kind of streamlined the process. So now, at the minimum, every quarter, the county is going to do an excess equipment and vehicle auction. That'll keep the vehicles in better condition, and it'll be good all the way around. The schedule is Friday, the 20th of September, from 8 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. Will be preview. You can come down, you can pee on the kick the tires and do whatever you want to do. And then Saturday, the auction will be here at the Board of County Commissioners chambers. It will be a live webcast, so you can bid from anywhere in the world online, or you can come in person. We'll be very comfortable in the chambers. We'll have a slideshow presentation. The auction will start Saturday, the 21st of September at 10 o'clock in the morning. Every vehicle will have a valid signed title. We will no longer sell any vehicles waiting on a title. Like I say, we've streamlined a lot of these. It should be a lot of fun. And with 46 vehicles, the auction should last about an hour to an hour and a half. We look forward to you folks coming down, and I do have one closing remark to say, well, actually two. The number one is I'd like to thank Deanna and her crew for all the work they're doing in the community, and as you know, lately, there's been a lot of activity in the community. And the last statement I would like to make is we have worked through our bank, and we will accept payment from space aliens. So if any of the aliens don't want to be around the crowds this weekend, come on down to the Calvet Eye. We will take your form of payment. Once again, this is Ski with the States 411. We look forward to seeing you at the next scheduled county auction. Thank you.
Thanks, Ski. I was trying to get a sale even from an alien. All right, well, speaking of sales, Ann Harris says that the Pahrump Senior Center at 1370 West Basin Avenue is having a huge rummage sale.
We are having a huge, and I mean huge, rummage sale for a fundraiser for the Senior Center. It'll be Saturday morning from 7 a.m. till 2 p.m. We have all kinds of great stuff. We have furniture, we have tools, we have golf clubs, we have bicycles, we have jewelry, you name it, we have it. 1370 West Basin. We are located inside of the Sunset Community Mobile Home Park between Linda and David. You can't miss us. Just come right into the parking lot. It's the big brown building where the flagpole is, and you'll see all the stuff out. This is just the tip of the iceberg. We haven't even organized it all yet. We have so much stuff. We have some furniture. We have, like I said, golf clubs, 3 sets of beautiful golf clubs. We have some skill saw. We have table saw. We have tools. I can't even go through the list of all the things that we have that we'll have available on Saturday. This is all to make money for the center, so we're hoping that we can get decent money for it, but yes, we'll wheel and deal. We're always open to donations of any kind. They can call us at 775-727-5008, 9 to 3, Monday through Friday. I'm here every day.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, let's take a look outside. Hopefully we won't see any spacecraft. Nope, none out there. Just a little bit of wind and some blue skies. We'll find out what's in store after this break.
News 25 Weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donohue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 88 degrees, the low of 64. Death Valley finally out of those triple digits down to a high of 95 today with the low of 69. Amargosa at 83 with the low of 56. Beatty at 79.52. Goldfield at 63.37. Tonopah 61.35. Carson City at 62.37. Fallon a high of 63, the low of 38. And finally we have Fernley with a high of 61 and a low of 41 degrees. Now today in Pahrump, we had some nice sunny skies. Our high today was 84 degrees. Winds coming out of the south-southwest at 17 miles per hour. Humidity at 16% and our sunrise at 6:30 this morning. Now for tonight, we're expecting some clear skies. It's currently 87 degrees outside. Our low is going to get down to 57 with winds coming out of the north-northeast at 11 miles per hour, 24% for our humidity, and our sunset at 6:45 tonight. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, all those clouds we talked about yesterday have pretty much just gone away. The only clouds we're going to be expecting now are going to be this Sunday. We're just going to expect some sunny skies all throughout the week aside from that. However, temperature-wise, we're still going to be seeing those temperatures in those high 80s on Sunday and Wednesday. We're going to get up to 90. For overnights, we're seeing a very similar pattern. On Friday, we're going to see a low of 56 degrees. Then from Saturday on through Thursday, we're just going to be hanging out in those low to mid 60s, just between 60 and 65 degrees. So now with that, we're going to throw it back to the desk with you, Net.
Thank you so much. Looks like such good weather for this weekend. Coming up here tonight, we have the Area 51 alien stock there in Las Vegas at the Downtown Event Center, and we'll be bringing you the latest from there. That's going to wrap up our edition of News 25 from all of us here at KPVM-TV and Ace Country Radio 103.1 FM. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.